It's a Super MMA Bros.
Hooker, that's the thing. It's like I like Hooker, but I just don't see Hooker winning this, right? Like Arman's too good a grappler. Is he a little cross-eyed? I don't know, fight promotion picture. Maybe not. Do you see that, Arman? Am I just imagining that? Anyways, but but uh but yeah, like just Hooker, he's a good brawler, but like against a good grappler. I remember Islam just took him down and submitted him in like 2 seconds, right? And like he struggles against grapplers, right? And like his takedown defense has probably been improving. He's with Izzy Adesanya's camp, and they're pretty good at fighting the hands and stuff. But Arman, he's a good grappler and has good striking, good ground and pound. I just don't see Hooker winning. Maybe Hooker will get lucky with a good shot, but I just can't see it happening. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, Hooker did something in a clip where he was like, "Oh, like I begged Dana and Hunter for this fight, and I know you guys don't like him, so let me get rid of him." Like he's kind of taking that route, and he wants a title shot next. This is kind of Hooker's last stand. If he can beat Tsarukyan,
The Hooker's last stand. Is this in a
like
brothel?
Custer's last stand, this is it. If he doesn't beat Arman, it's over for him. You're kind of on the prelims at this point. But if you can beat Arman, I mean, it would really piss off Arman because now Arman loses his title shot after all this.
It
It's
would be
kind of a
kind of
great
funny.
story.
Like, he had that Armin had the video with Nina Drama where they're fucking around. Like she's like, look at my little neck maneuvers, and then oh my back's hurt. Or maybe he blew out his back fucking, or who knows with it. But
Yeah, it's a failed weight cut pretty much, which he hid, which is like a little bitch boy move. And that's the thing. I think he's actually would give the most trouble to Ilya. So it's actually, I'm sure Ilya is like, he wants Hooker. Hooker's easy work for Ilya. Hooker's kind of chinny, like so, but you
yeah,
never know. Like I kind of feel like Hooker, if he lands a punch and he has a big gas tank. I don't know if this is a 3 or 5 rounder since
it must be a
maybe it's
five
a
rounder.
five
I mean, it's the
rounder.
main event, so it would be five rounder.
Yeah. If it was a 3 rounder, I'd give it to Armin all day. But when a 5 rounder Hooker, like he did against Jalen Turner, he had a broken arm, came back and won the fight. I kind of feel like,
He is
you
like a
know,
zombie. He almost dies and then he comes back and wins. Like I rewatched the Gamrot fight. It's actually a very good fight if you guys haven't watched it. Like it's up on UFC's channel. Like he gets his ass beat the first round, nearly like out of there, and then he comes back and wins it, right? Like he does have and that fight of him versus Dustin Poirier is like one of the best fights ever, like too, right? So just for
people
that I would
forget,
say
man.
Hooker.
People forget, man, that Poirier fight, if the bell hadn't rung, Hooker had him out of there a few times. Like Poirier got saved by that bell a lot of times.
Yeah, they're both, that could be a BMF fight back in the day before it existed because they were like it was just a war. It was a great fight. So yes, I'm rooting for Hooker a little bit, but I just don't see it happening. Then even if he wins, like you said, he's not beating Taporia. I can't see that because he got knocked out by Chandler. There's that Allen guy. He went down a weight class, got knocked out. So someone just blitzes him and hits his chin a lot, right? He's probably out of there. So he might even get knocked out by Armin, right? Like Armin knocked out Bilal, but Bilal has a fragile chin nowadays, as we saw again. Um, but yeah, I just see Armin winning that.
Armin really knocked out Bilal, but they're in different weight classes.
Oh, not Bilal. I'm sorry. Benil Dariush. I misspoke. He fought
Yeah.
Dariush. Remember, he like knocked him out the first round.
Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot about that. You're right. So yeah, I mean, Tsuzukian is like I kind of want him to win because it's a super fight with Ilya. Nice. But I feel like it's funnier. It's better content if Hooker wins because Armin's going to be a crying little bitch boy about it, right? So it's funnier
Yeah,
if
and
Hooker
it is
wins.
funny because everyone doesn't know Armin's background. He's like super rich. Like there's some story Dana White. They were like driving and then someone pulled up in a super fancy car, and he's like, "Hi, Dana," and they like looked like, "Oh my God!" Like his family's super wealthy, so he doesn't even really need to fight. It's not about the money, right? It's like just about like he's a good fighter though, right? Just about like his own motivation to do it. So. I think Dan Hooker's kind of making fun of him and calling him spoiled and stuff. I mean, look what he gets to eat, dude. Like he has a bunch of like videos of him just chowing down on stuff. He's got a good life.
This
I'm
is
jealous.
This is class warfare. This is like the proletariat versus the bourgeoisie. Armin's little Mitch, rich bitch, posh boy, and Dan Hooker's the man of the people. Like this is class warfare. We want Dan to win because he's a poorie. Like, come on, little poors, beat the rich man.
Yeah, and Danny's been hosting these little fights, like local fights where he gets the winner 50,000. I just heard in the interview he's doing another one, right? Where he's got his own little backyard promotion going on with all these New Zealanders
What?
fighting each other. Yeah, there's like two or
Really?
three little events he's held, and they're just like it's just striking only, and then they have a little ref and stuff. Smart, right? He might get out and have like his own street beast or something eventually.
Yeah, but everyone hates Armin. We kind of all don't like him for some, we
But
kind
like,
of, I don't know what it is about him.
yeah, I mean, he's okay, but like, I wanted to see him versus Islam. That's probably never happening now, right? Because like, Islam's probably not moving back down. That would have been the biggest challenge for Islam. It's sad never got to see that, but it's not really Islam's fault, right? Because Arman pulled out last minute, right? He was gonna fight him. Um, I
Islam
mean,
beat him
Arman
once
versus
already, I believe.
Topuria is a good fight too, because of the grappling. But then maybe he gets knocked out. But that'd be a good fight too.
I believe Islam already beat Armin once.
He did, but that was Armin's UFC debut, right? And like he did
Yes.
very good. Like he actually took Islam down, right? Like you know what I mean? Like, and that was when he's brand spanking new. So that's why everyone wanted to see the sequel fight, right? How much has Armin improved? And Armin, his hands have improved a lot, right? He knocks people out and stuff now, hurts them. The Oliveira fight they put up too, Armin versus Oliveira, and he does a really good ground and pound on Oliveira and fucks him up.
But, he only won that fight because he turned gay for a second, let his pants come out. Like, ooh,
Yeah, he was in
Oliveira, take
trouble.
my
The
shorts
first
out.
round, he almost got choked out. And then the third round, he got a submission, but really wasn't that deep. He just like kind of waited until the bell rang. But honestly, in a 5 round fight, maybe Oliver would have won that. So that's the thing. If
Yeah,
he had a close fight with Oliveira, I mean, MMA math doesn't always work, but like Islam destroyed Oliveira pretty easily, right? So if he had fought Islam, maybe Islam just would have destroyed Arman. But it would have been nice to see. Yeah, I think that's probably all we really got to say on those two. The other fight is Ian Garry and Bilal Muhammad. That's probably why I misspoke about Bilal. But this image was funny. It's the state of the welterweight division. And it's just there's a lot of ridiculousness. You got Michael Rouse in a dress, right about his susness. You got Ian Garry the cuck. You got Prates the smoker, MVP, like with his like I think that's MVP with the makeup on. Who did that? Or was that Usman? I'm not sure who
that's
put the
Usman.
makeup on.
That's
Was that
Usman.
Usman?
Nigerian Nightmare.
Oh, that's what it was. It's so zoomed out. It's horrifying looking. And then JDM, Shavkat's a great fighter. He's just been injured and shit. He's been like gone forever. And then Bilal. But yeah, this is actually like a very intriguing fight though. Like, right? Like Ian Garry, everyone shits on him with his wife, the old wife taking advantage of him and stuff. But he's a good fighter. Like, no matter what you think of his personality, he's proven himself. But versus Shavkat, Shavkat barely won that. Like Ian Gary's grappling's been doing really good. He trained in jiu-jitsu like over in Brazil for a long time, right? He's kind of doing the GSP and like learning all the things and like traveling around. So like this fight, I think Ian Garry could win it, right? Like it could go either way, really. Like Bilal's got the good grappling, but Gary's grappling's been improving and improving.
I'm surprised this is the second co-main. Like, this should really be the main event. This is an underrated fight. Like, it's weird
Yeah,
to me it's
but
even
they
on a
kind of hate
fight
Bilal
night.
UFC.
Yeah, but this should be on a pay-per-view. This should be when Marab is fighting Yan. This should be on that main card. Like, I'm surprised this is on a
It
fight
is a little
night?
surprising because it's in Qatar, and you think they'd want, like Muhammad on the main card too, or in the main fight, right? Well, Armin, he's from Russia. I don't think he's even Muslim, but yeah. I mean, it's good enough, right? So it's a surprisingly decent fight night. I think those are really the only two fights we care about personally. We don't even watch the others, right? We're not going to talk about them, to be honest. But it's worth tuning in my opinion, for these two fights because these are some good fights. These could have been on a pay-per-view, these two fights.
Yeah, it's surprising both. Like, well, Hooker versus Armin's more of just like a waiting, give some Armin's feed Hooker to Armin, right? Get a fight going. But I kind of feel like this Muhammad versus Machado Gary is a huge fight because I mean these two guys have a lot to riding on this. Bilal's a former champion. He needs to win to make another title run. And Ian Garry lost the Shavkat, but not terribly. Like he got a decision loss. So in a way, it's almost a number one contenders match in a weird way.
I
Like
believe I
the
heard that.
winner of
Ruben said
this.
that. So it pretty much is because Gary beat Pratis, he beat the smoker, right? So like he's good even against the smoky knockout per hour guy, right? He had a smart game plan, had good footwork, but he almost got knocked out by him in the fifth round or the third round, the last round, but he still won it, right? He dodged it enough.
The problem for Bilal if he wins is I'm the champ, so I can't fight my Muslim brother. Oh no, it's my brother.
Yeah, I wonder, did they ever say they'd fight each other? Or has that changed? Because that honestly
Bilal
be a
said he
good fight.
wouldn't.
It'd be a good fight,
Bilal
but
said he wouldn't, but Islam said he would.
yeah, I mean they should, honestly. It'd be stupid if they don't. Like if Bilal wins, were they not gonna fight each other? Like that'd be stupid.
That's actually I would prefer Bilal versus Islam because I feel like Ian Garry is just going to get daggy dry hump for 5 rounds. It's going to be a JDM repeat if Ian
Yeah,
goes up.
I think so because Islam's shown he just cancels out jiu-jitsu and like Ian's got good jiu-jitsu, but like Islam's too good, right? I think Ian honestly he could possibly do better than JDM against Islam, but I think he still would lose. Um,
Yeah, I
but yeah, so
agree.
that's why Bilal versus Islam is a better fight. Shavkat versus Islam would be a good fight too, but he's injured. He's AFK right now. So yeah, but then here's the thing: what if Bilal loses and then Bilal fights Shavkat? That'd be a good fight too, right?
They were supposed to fight when he was champ. So yeah,
Oh, that's
interesting.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
Shavkat's a
Bilal was
wild
injured.
card in the division.
Yeah. I guess he had like I heard he had like a bone infection or something, or like he had something crazy, and then personal life stuff with like a car crash. So like, oh, he comes back.
Usman, there's talks of Islam says he wants Usman next. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
an
bullshit
interesting
though. I
thing.
think Usman's like he doesn't deserve it though. It'd be a good fight, but he needs at least one more win, maybe one to two more, because he
Well, look
lost.
what he did to Chimaev. He took a fight at 185 and like did the best against Chimaev. So honestly, that's a really tough fight for Islam. Actually, Usman is a tough
Mhm.
fight.
It'd be a good fight, but I think he needs one more win, Usman, because he's not very high in the rankings, right? Because he lost a bunch. He lost to Leon twice. Um, lost to shot, lost to Uh, yeah, and then I think his most recent one was Buckley, right? So it's like you beat Buckley, but before that you had a 3, 4 fight lose streak. So it'd be a good fight, but that'd be like gifting him a title shot. And then again, they gifted Kobe a title shot.
And Morales is lurking back there. We don't know how good his defense is. He did pretty good against Sean Brady, who's a grappler. So I wonder if Morales actually is the one gay guy that can go and beat Islam.
Maybe. So people were joking like Islam would accept it or just win because they'll be grossed out. Like, no, brother, we don't accept that over here. Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah,
Where's Islam on the
it
rankings? He's yeah, I don't know, but like, yeah, he doesn't deserve it. They might do it though. The UFC's it's about entertainment. It's not like a sport of merit sometimes, right? Or they might just let him jump to the top.
I think Dana will do this. Dana's going to try to book Ilya versus um, Islam, and then if that doesn't work, I think you could have Islam versus Usman. You know, Islam you could put against practically anyone in the division for the White House card. And I think Islam's earned the White House card, so he's definitely fighting on that card no matter what. I kind of feel.
Yeah, fucking Usmani's ranked 8 right now in the welterweight division, right? So like he really doesn't deserve the title shot. Like that's who's ahead of him. Sean Brady, Gary, Prates, Shavkat, Morales, Bilal, JDM, right? He needs another win. You can't just jump everybody.
Here's an interesting fight: Usman versus JDM.
Usman, that would be a good fight. I feel like JDM might win it, but you never know. I mean, Usman's pretty good too. That would be a good fight, yeah. But like even that, he almost doesn't deserve. He's ranked 8, right? He should have to fight like. That's interesting because Ian Machado Gary's ranked 6, and he gets to fight Bilal, right? But that's a UFC, right? That they want him to be Bilal and then be up near the top, right? Because he's entertaining. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
Usman versus Shavkat honestly would be the fair fight. Like Shavkat's 4, Usman's 8, then after that he'd be warranted a title shot. I think he needs to prove himself again.
oddly, usually 155 has the most interesting matchup, but ever since Islam left 155, I actually think 170 is like the new 155 now.
I agree, you're right. I mean, there because the top 5 to 10 is like full of really good fighters that I would want to any of those guys fighting I would want to watch, right? You're lightweight, you're right. Now that Islam left, you got Taporia, Arman, Oliveira, but like we already know Oliver's already been knocked out, but Taporia, Max Holloway's already been knocked out. Gaethje's about to retire. Paddy Pimblett, actually, we used to shit on him, but he's been proving himself, but like he like artificially went up the rankings. I think he was 8 or 9 after he won, and then they just bumped him up a bunch for no reason. Um, but yeah, and then Dan Hooker, I mean, like we talked about, like he probably doesn't get through Arman. Like, yeah, he's ranked 6, so they're kind of he's jumping up too with that fight. Yeah, the top ten's kind of boring of lightweight. We've seen them all fight a lot, right? We kind of know who would be who. Like, yeah, Fizia's, BSD, and Moicano. Like they've all kind of been beaten by Gaethje, Dustin Poirier in the top, right? But now that Poirier left and Gaethje might be leaving, then those guys might have a chance. But yeah, I think you're right. Welterweight's a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, yeah. 185 is the same problem now that Chimaev is the champ. It's kind of boring. Like I maybe Sean Strickland versus is the only one I'm kind of interested to see because Sean's the wrestling defense is so damn good. He trains with Uncle Io, so I think he could counteract the Daggy wrestling in a way.
Yeah, perhaps. We'll see. Yeah, the middleweight's interesting, but Kamzat, he fights. I mean, his track record, he fights like once or twice, once per year, once every 2 years. Now he's champ. They might make him fight a little more, but that's kind of the problem with the Daggies becoming champs. They don't fight often, right? Or they like pull out a lot. Islam's not so bad. He'll fight like every 6 to 8 months, right? But they're not as active as like the New Zealand champs and stuff, like or Volkanovski, right? To like fight like every 3 or 4 months, which for that's probably why they lose sometimes, right? But then it's like as the fan, it's really nice to see. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up, brother. Um, we'll see with our predictions. I think Armin's gonna win, and I'm gonna say Ian Garry could win. What's your final picks?
I agree with you on at least the first fight. I think Armin wins, and then I feel like Bilal wins the second one just because Ian Gary, I mean, he has decent wrestling. He kind of showed with Shavkat he can hold up to kind of the daggy-ish, like Russian style wrestling, but he still lost. He still kind of got drug around the cage. So I kind of feel
Fair
like
point.
Bilal is a little bigger. He's trained with Islam. I kind of feel like Bilal is a former champ. I feel like I'd be really impressed if Ian the Cup Machado wins this one. If the Cup wins, it's like kind of like I can't deny him at this point. Like if he
Yeah,
beats Bilal and then he had a great showing against Shavkat, I kind of feel like Ian Gary could be champ once Islam leaves the division. Like Ian Gary can kind of wait out Islam and then get his title shot, right? Like Ian could be champ, Protest could be champ. There's a lot of people that could be champ. I just feel like Protest with his little smoking, I can't give him that credit yet. Like I
I don't
just
think he'll be
I feel like
champ for a
someone.
long time, Prades, because he couldn't get through Ian Gary, right? So like, anyone with good grappling is going to beat him. But yeah, I think you're right on that. Islam's a tough fight for anyone in the top five, top 10 right now. But yeah, Bilal could win it. But I'm kind of hoping for the upset with Gary. I'm tired of Bilal at the top a little bit, right? Like, but like we said, if Bilal wins, him versus Islam would be good if they actually accept the fight. But yeah,
That's the only good fight for him. If I don't really want to see Bilal versus anyone else because he's so boring, but
or
only because
Bilal
they.
versus Usman. Think about
Oh, I
that.
forgot.
That's a great
Great
fight.
things.
So
We
I
did
hope
make a
you hear what
video.
this is why I want Bilal to lose because Bilal loses, you don't get the title shot. Who do you fight? Usman. Whoever wins that, next title shot. There you go. It sets it up both ways. I think that'd be
Interesting. He
great.
talked. He talked about that in the pre-fight presser yesterday or today or yesterday. He said like, "Oh, they asked about the Usman fight, and they said Usman ran from the fight. Usman doesn't want the fight."
Well, yeah, because you could lose that. Because
But
another
we
good
made the
grappler,
little
right?
we made the short in the video about him crying, right? So Usman crying from Bilal Muhammad. They got a little slap fight. So it's kind of like I feel like Usman is it's weird. He's Mr. Tough Guy, but he doesn't actually want to fight Bilal. Like it's easy when it's skinny little bitch boy Kobe, but when it's someone you don't think you can beat up easily. Oh, you don't want to fight him now, bitch boy Usman. Oh, I'm your nightmare. I'm so scary.
Yeah. And that's why I say he doesn't deserve a title shot. He needs to get through another hard opponent, right? Before he does. But
Again,
yeah.
he like Usman's like he's like a wild card in the division too. You just don't like oddly I would watch Usman versus Islam just because the wrestling I think he can counteract. It's kind of like a Bilal versus Islam situation. Oddly, Usman's a good matchup for Islam for himself. Like he would get whooped on by other people, I kind of feel, but like Usman's a tough matchup for Islam, oddly.
It is. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, YouTube, that's we're wrapping up here. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, give some likes for some new channel, but we're growing. If you like our takes, a little trolly, and if you like that, yeah, subscribe, you fucks.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, subscribe, don't hold back, or we gonna get Nate to hit you with a Stockton slap. You can trust us, we ain't like DC on a scale. Smash! Subscribe, don't fail, cause if you don't, we'll get jobs.